What's up, co-reporters, and welcome back to my channel. Disgraced former Teen Mom 2 stars Jenelle Evans and David Eason faced off in court again yesterday, and it turns out that David Eason asked for another continuance because he still had not locked down a lawyer to help him fight the restraining order that Jenelle Evans filed against him on behalf of herself and her children. According to the Ashley sources, David was quoted as telling the judge that he can't afford an attorney. And they also say that the judge was really irate over the fact that David still was not able to get a lawyer after, the judge had already given 2 weeks to go ahead and find one. The last time David was in court, it was reported that he ran into Jenelle's lucky court star, Dustin, who helped her get out of several charges and whatnot. And he had begged Dustin to represent him, and Dustin refused to. So you would think that after getting out of that and asking for a 2-week continuance in order to find a lawyer, he would actually hit the ground running. But it seems like David was too busy going on dates, hitting the studio with some friends, and just boating, I guess, because he still turned up to court without one, begging for another continuance. So the Ashley source said that the judge seemed really pissed off about it, but they did ultimately grant David the 3 weeks to find an attorney, but said that this was going to be the last time. There was not going to be any continuances after this hearing, and that the next hearing would continue on and take place whether or not David managed to find representation. But the thing is, 3 weeks is not enough time for David to scrape together money to find a lawyer. If he had money, he would have found a lawyer long ago, but the man refuses to work and therefore does not have any money. He was supposed to have an OnlyFans account where he would be showing perhaps his nipples and elbows and other things like that. But thankfully for society, he refuses to actually go ahead and put out the rest of his content there. While he was with Jenelle, he was more so pimping her out, similar to what Caitlyn is doing with her husband, Tyler, on Teen Mom Family Reunion and whatnot. So this man really is just averse to working, and it's quite fascinating to see how that goes. Listen, you're on the boats and whatnot. Why don't you offer to clean some boats? Why don't you offer to do maintenance? Wasn't he some sort of a handyman at a certain point, or a welder? I'm sure there are so many things he can be doing. I'm sure there's a shortage, but he just doesn't want to work. And listen, when you don't want to work, you're not going to make money, right? He could also start some kind of thing, drop shipping or something online to be an entrepreneur, but he's just refusing everything. And it's absolutely ridiculous as a father of multiple children and whatnot. You have to provide for your children. You brought them into this world. They deserve to live well. And therefore you need to be working your butt off in order to provide them with the life that they deserve. In fact, David's refusal to work was something that started to piss Jenelle off towards the end of their relationship. But I don't feel bad for her, because one thing about Jenelle is that she's super duper clingy. She did not like when her soulmates would work and leave her for any amount of time. So I believe that she's one of those women who pushes men to stay at home so that they can always be together, super duper fusional, codependent and whatnot. So that is on her, in my personal opinion. So they are going to be meeting up in court on May 16th. And David did take to TikTok in order to discuss what went down in court. So in another video that I've published today, we see him discuss Jenelle Evans pulling the kids out of school in order to homeschool them. He says that she's only doing that because she's too lazy to take them to or from school, to pack their lunches, etc. And so it's also being reported that he took to his TikTok to beg his audience for money so that he can get an attorney. So shout out to the Ashley for this quote. This is what David said. I can get an attorney when I have the money for an attorney. That's why I'm on here talking to you guys, so I can raise some money for an attorney. I've got money, but I don't have any extra money to pay an attorney. That's not in my budget at all. Do you know how much an attorney costs? I'm trying to work on my truck and my boat. I've got other stuff I need to spend money on. I've got bills, I've got rent, I've got electric. Nobody offers free attorneys for civil court. That does not exist. That has to be criminal court. We're trying to raise some money to get an attorney to beat Jenelle in court. I've got to get an attorney. I just need time to raise the money to get an attorney. It costs a lot. So there you go. He also claimed that the allegations that Jenelle was making against him in her restraining order were bogus. Listen, guys, I hate to say this, but I'm feeling bad for David, and I kind of want to raise some money for him. So right now, today only, this moment only, I am raising a fundraiser, a drive to get David some money to fight this restraining order so that he can get these kids back and whatnot. So if you are ready, willing and able to leave a donation of $0, go ahead and type $0 in the chat just so that I know how many people we have on board for this fundraiser. Nothing more, you guys, only $0. So if you have it within your budget for the month, definitely feel free to leave a comment, because listen, that is what counts. It's the thoughts and prayers. It's the comments, right? So just comment $0 if that is what you are willing to donate here. If you donate any more, I will be calling the cops, because you are trying to help a very crazy, unstable, and dangerous person come around some children that he, in my opinion, should not be around, right? So $0 only, you guys. David, this is for you. I tried to raise money for a bucket for you, remember? But my peeps, they weren't with it. But I think they'll be with it for this restraining order. So we're going to try to raise a total of $0 for you. So good luck. Thinking of you, praying for you. God bless you. Guys, let me know what you think about the situation in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.